Again, it's a lot to do with the parameters. One box is not a universal box. कोई भी एक box हर brand के हर speaker के लिए बनाया गया नहीं गया है. It's all about your tuning frequency and how you've kind of made sure that it's suited for that speaker. आपका जो cabinet है, how you've ensured that it's suited for that speaker is very important. You may get lucky, आपका बहुत अच्छा luck होगा, because many people I know use a similar speaker. Like if they're using a precision devices, maybe the PD1850 for a scoop box, and it's been tried and tested for a particular cabinet which is out on the internet. आपके internet पे एक drawing है जिसमें precision devices का PD1850 का speaker use किया गया है, और उसका लगभग उसका दो स्पाइडर है, एक 5 इंच का वॉइस कॉइल है, BL फैक्टर काफी बड़ा है. And then you go into another manufacturer, let's say it's Celestion, and you say the CF118 whatever CF18 VJD, जो उनका अलग से एक मॉडल है जिसमें 5 इंच का वॉइल है and similar dual voice coil and very similar parameters. You may get lucky by it's sounding perfectly fine in the same cabinet, but overall, if your parameters are varying, two cabinets are not going to be the same. Any one cabinet is not going to be the same for different loudspeakers, the same manufacturer, or even different manufacturers. So I hope till this point is clear. So कस्टमर कैसे एस्टिमेट करे कि स्पीकर कौन सा सिलेक्ट करे कि कौन से हमारे कॉमन टाइप्स ऑफ इंक्लोजर. सो there's something known as efficiency bandwidth product. It's a simple method of selecting of suitable enclosure for a drive unit. So something known as EBP is उसका EBP का measurement है resonant frequency, जो is FS divided by QES. This is an approximate indicator of the application. Again, you cannot tune, if you want to tune it exact, you got to enter all the specification and parameters. But this will at least briefly give you an idea कि आपको ये speaker कौन से cabinet type में डालना है. So अगर आपका EBP का value 40 से 75 है, it means that you have very high Q. मतलब ये अगर EBP कम है, that means your denominator, जैसे कि Q is a much higher value, so it's somewhere around between maybe 0.7 to 1, and this is going to be used for a a sealed enclosure or a single tune bandpass. And if you have an EBP much higher, between 76 to say 125, so that will be used for a reflex or a double tune bass. An EBP of maybe 126 to 200 horn loaded, or something like a mid-range is what you would expect as a component to be used in a horn loaded cabinet. So if you go to anything that maybe if you take up maybe if you just, let's say Celestion for that matter, let's just pick up one woofer from Celestion and get an .com. And let me see if it's let's say we take the big magnets, the CF18 VJD. So I'm just going to select that. ये मैं magnet select कर रहा हूँ, and if I bring up my calculator, you're seeing that the FS out here is 34.5. So 34.5 divided by the QES, electrical Q is 0.33. So 0.33. And I'm getting somewhere around 105. So going back here, 105 basically in a bass reflex, or could work even in a horn loaded cabinet, which is not too far from my requirement. And again, so basically something that has a lower Q. So the same, I can probably go onto our website and choose to pre-order components. So if I maybe pick any 18-inch speaker, let's say the GST 18-1200, and I see the specification sheet, and I select one more, maybe the GM 18-100N, and I download the specification sheet. तो इसमें GM 18-100N का आप देख सकते हैं कि FS, the QES is 0.46 out here, and the GST 18-1200, the QES is about 0.57 or 0.6. So I would use the GM 18-100N more towards, or a horn loaded or bass reflex application, and GST 18-1200 strictly towards a bass reflex application. So ये इसका एक अच्छा पैरामीटर है to kind of know what kind of cabinets you can deal with when you're dealing with different kind of components. And again, जैसे कि आप गाड़ियाँ चूज करते हो अपने खुद के लिए, आप गाड़ियाँ चूज करते हैं, there's no simple rule which tells us which loudspeaker is best that suits a given enclosure. बहुत से अलग अलग there are many manufacturers that don't follow the rules of thumb, and it's a lot of a more advanced study into what they can do in terms of, for example, something as low as if you see Adamson का E219 का cabinet, अगर आपने वो cabinet देखा है, it has a round port on the sides and it has a central rectangular port in the center, and how they kind of match the response of both is another story, and how they emulate it is another story. So बहुत सा अलग अलग configuration है, and this is just to give you a basic introduction as to how to choose your speaker. अलग अलग कैबिनेट के आप कौन सा स्पीकर चूज करेंगे, एंड हाउ टू रीड एंड इंटरप्रेट अलग डिफरेंट स्पेसिफिकेशंस बिफोर ट्राइंग टू गेट एन एक्चुअल वॉल्यूम फॉर कैबिनेट. सो आपका रिफ्लेक्स बॉक्स जो है उसका एक्स मैक्स ज़्यादा होएगा, जैसे कि मैंने समझाया. रिफ्लेक्स बॉक्सेस आर गोइंग अ लॉट लोअर इन फ्रीक्वेंसी कंपेयर टू हॉर्न लोडेड. हॉर्न लोडेड का फ्रीक्वेंसी जो है it's cutting off at a much higher frequency but giving you that extra SPL bump, जिसकी वजह से sometimes you feel that pressure and attack. And reflex boxes again, you could have a QTS of 0.45. I usually use of about almost 0.5 or 0.6. horn loaded boxes drivers जो है उसका QTS I use between 0.2 and 0.4. Reflex boxes drivers usually have a lower BL than horn loaded. It's true you need a stronger, आपका जो BL है फैक्टर ज़्यादा होएगा, it acts more like a piston pushing the air. आपका magnet का strength ज़्यादा है, is pushing it more in the horn loaded space. Horn loaded drivers tend to have a higher frequency, resonant frequency than bass reflex driver box drivers. Again, we've seen that EBP is FS upon QES. So and we've seen as we use अगर EBP का higher value हम use करते हैं, that means the FS has to be higher. So for horn loaded, if you want a higher EBP, it means that we are going to have a much higher FS than bass reflex drivers. Reflex box drivers 15 inches and below generally need smooth top end and response for two-way applications. And reflex drive units with higher जो आपका अगर VAS जो component जो compliance equivalent air volume है, उसका अगर value ज़्यादा है, that उसका जैसे ही उसका वैल्यू ज़्यादा है, उसका ये मतलब है कि बड़े बड़े बॉक्सेस में, बड़े बड़े कैबिनेट्स में ये जनरली ज़्यादा अच्छी तरह परफॉर्म करेगा. इट शोज सम मोर हाउ डू आई से फ्लेक्सिबिलिटी, एंड इट कैन काइंड ऑफ पुश एंड पुल सम मोर एयर व्हिच इज देयर इनसाइड योर बेस बॉक्सेस. सो दिस इज एन आइडिया टू गिव यू हाउ यू कैन रीड योर डिफरेंट कंपोनेंट specification and come to a conclusion. So let's see if we vary the BL size. बहुत लोगों ने बोला कि do I need a strong BL size and on reflex and horn loaded enclosures. So ये जो आप देख रहे हैं ऊपर का ग्राफ, this is of different BL sizes. The green is a higher BL, black is medium, and the red is the low. So this is on the top graph that you see is on a base. This is on a horn loaded cabinet. तो आपके horn loaded cabinet में आप देख सकते हैं कि the green curve, which is a higher BL factor, in this I'm just going to rectangulate, mark it out here and use a color maybe orange. So तो ये जो आप एरिया में आप देखेंगे जो आपका typical subwoofer region है, in that area you're seeing that the, hold on, oops, using a mouse scrolls it quite a lot. जो आप एरिया देख रहे हैं इधर, you're seeing that the green curve is giving you a slightly higher bump. This is with the same driver with a higher BL. तो ये horn loaded cabinet में आप देख रहे हैं इसको, आपको एक higher bump मिल रहा है ये पूरे response में. So you're getting a little more SPL out of using the speaker जो सेम स्पीकर है उसका अगर मैग्नेट का BL हमने बढ़ाया और यूज किया तो आपको थोड़ा सा एक्स्ट्रा बम्प मिल रहा है इन अ हॉर्न लोडेड, बट वही सेम स्पीकर के अलग अलग BL फैक्टर्स में अगर हमने, लेट मी यूज अ डिफरेंट कलर, हमने अगर बेस रिफ्लेक्स के कैबिनेट में देखा तो हम देख सकते हैं कि जो हम लोग का सबवूफर का रेंज है, यू गेटिंग लोअर आउटपुट ऑन योर ऑन द स्पीकर विद अ हायर BL। जो आपका ग्रीन कर्व है जिसमें आपका BL फैक्टर ज़्यादा है, उसमें आपको बेस के रीजन में, बेस रिफ्लेक्स के कैबिनेट में you're getting a lower response in the cabinet. So higher BL would be more towards a horn loaded and may not be necessarily very good for a bass reflex kind of system. I hope this part is clear. So one question is, why don't we just take our FTR, ये woofer का number है उनका, put a nice big magnet and a lighter cone, तो कोन को लाइट बनाने से एफिशिएंसी काफी बढ़ जाएगी. shove it in a reflex enclosure and we will have a great loudspeaker, won't we? तो इसको आप ये सवाल कर रहा है कि हमने देखा कि जो BL का फैक्टर बढ़ाने के बाद हमारे बेस रिफ्लेक्स कैबिनेट में उसका एफिशिएंसी बेस के रीजन में कम हो जाता है. तो why don't we use a big magnet which increases for the horn loaded system and at the same time use a lighter cone so it increases the efficiency for a base reflex system. तो हम कोन को हल्का करेंगे. So let's see what the effect is. So इसमें आप देख सकते हैं कि हमारा जो SPL जो 50 और 100 हर्ट्ज के बीच में है, हमें उसमें वो ज़्यादा चाहिए था. You know, we don't want it to go up again above 300 hertz. So the balance between base and mid range, आप देख सकते हैं कि ये जो black curve है is the big magnet and the lighter cone. So if I just draw a slope between the kind of response that we are getting and use a color, this is the kind of response you're getting from the speaker which is giving a bigger magnet and a lighter cone. मतलब कोन को लाइट करने की वजह से आपके मिड रेंज के एरिया में आपका काफ़ी गेन बढ़ गया, लो एंड में काफ़ी डिप हो गया. एंड इफ वी यूज मे बी if you see the original red curve, it's pretty flat in so oops, sorry, let me just go here, yeah, undo, and you can see that this is pretty flat with the original driver. So स्पीकर का मैग्नेट का साइज बढ़ाने के बाद और कोन को हल्का करने के बाद we didn't get some effects that was really desirable and not something that we would want. So let's try something else. Let's try going the other way. मतलब दूसरी तरफ जाएंगे, BL को कम करेंगे और कोन को ज़्यादा हैवी करेंगे. और अभी आप देख सकते हैं कि the black, although in the low frequency range it's giving you this slight bump around maybe 60 or 70 hertz. Well, let me just mark it out here so you guys can see it. It's giving you this slight extra bump जो हमारा black curve है, but at the same time the response is quickly dropping as we go higher in frequency. So you can see that जो हमारा response है, it's quickly dropping you know, as we go higher in frequency. So we made it even worse and we got a bit more 60 hertz, but we lost a lot of you know, information and all about 150 hertz. Now बहुत से लोग सोचेंगे कि हमारा स्पीकर जो है, हमने तो लो पास, हमने क्रॉसओवर लगाया 100 हर्ट्ज तक या और 9, we've cut it at 90 hertz, but a lot of the energy is still there between 100 and 150 because they're still coming, although they are lower in level, but a lot of energy is coming in terms of giving the bass character, and we're just going to have a much more drop if we use a smaller magnet and, you know, a heavier cone and try all these things. So you know, it's a trade-off. आप एक चीज को पाने के लिए दूसरा चीज खो देंगे. So that's why loudspeaker engineers have a tough task in trying to balancing it for the right application, and that's why there are different models for you to choose. आपके लिए इसके लिए अलग-अलग models बनाए गए. नहीं तो हमारे पास कोई भी लाउडस्पीकर मैन्युफैक्चरर आपके पास सिर्फ एक 18 इंच का वूफर लाता था, एक 15 इंच का वूफर, एक 12 इंच. द रीजन दैट दे ऑल वेरी in their response, they all vary in their model numbers. Is they all have their own set of parameters that you can choose for your kind of application. So you may just say this is looking too difficult. नीचे के बार में जाके और engineer को बोलें काम करने के लिए और हम आराम से बैठ के beer पिए. So again, you're seeing that it's not always about compromise. It's about there are optimum set of parameters. हम हर एक cabinet का हर एक speaker के optimum parameters है. ये optimization इतना simple नहीं है कि सिर्फ magnet बदली किया है, cone बदली किया और हमारा speaker बराबर हो जाएगा. But पूरा loudspeaker के सब parameters को हमको manufacturer करेंगे. और you can see that the red curve is black is optimized. जो हमारा base reflex के लिए हमने सही एक पोर्ट और उसके डायमीटर को सही पोर्ट और सही डायमीटर चूज करने के बाद हमें ऐसा ब्लैक कर्व का जैसा रिस्पांस मिला. और दोनों ब्लैक और रेड कर्व एक 100 लीटर सेम कैबिनेट साइज है और जो भी दोनों कैबिनेट वही ट्यून में इंक्लोजर किया गया है, बट हमने उसको पैरामीटर्स को थोड़ा वेरी करके उसको ज़्यादा मैच किया ये कैबिनेट के लिए. सो it's about varying the parameters that you go in making a cabinet, when making a loudspeaker, and then you fit it in the right cabinet, and this is what you would want to expect is something like the black curve. You can see it has a much smoother roll off. It has a much flatter pass band. Uska response ज़्यादा flat है. So overall a much better response characteristic on the black curve when it's optimized. So to design जो हमारा स्पीकर है, we need to know about the application. अलग अलग टेस्टिंग सैम्पल्स, the box needs to be retuned to suit each speaker. हम अलग अलग के सैम्पल्स को अलग अलग बॉक्स में डालेंगे, वो बॉक्स को अलग अलग ट्यूनिंग में डालना पड़ता है. और अगर बॉक्स डिज़ाइन फिक्स्ड है, then we need details on the अगर बॉक्स का आपका बॉक्स का डिज़ाइन फिक्स्ड है, आपने बोला कि मेरा यही कैबिनेट का डिज़ाइन में मेरे को कौन सा स्पीकर यूज़ करना है, then we need details of the box design to know what speakers fits best or what speakers should be designed to match that kind of cabinet. And then quickly we're just going to do a brief introduction on compression drivers, how they work and what happens. And ये HF driver के बारे में हम बहुत जल्द एक छोटा सा जल्दी introduction करेंगे, so you guys get an idea of compression driver. So any questions until now that we need to address?
Not immediately. I think we can come back to some of them afterwards.
Okay, cool. So this was all about woofers, and then we quickly learn about compression drivers going forward and why they call compression drivers. मतलब उसको compression drivers क्यों बोलते हैं is something we're going to learn. And so just moving on, how does it work? Selection का एक फेस डिज़ाइन का फिलॉसफी सीखेंगे और उसको हॉर्न के साथ कपल कैसे करते हैं, और उसके बाद जल्दी से क्वेश्चन देंगे बिफोर वी डू अ क्विक 45-minute इंट्रोडक्शन ऑन एम्पलीफायर्स. सो प्रिंसिपल्स रिमेन द सेम. जो लाउड स्पीकर हमने देखा, जैसे लाउड स्पीकर चलते हैं वैसे ही हमारे HF के ड्राइवर्स भी चलते हैं. इट्स अ प्रीटी सिमिलर वर्किंग रिलेशनशिप, not very different in what we would expect. The reason why why these are actually called compression drivers is because आप देखेंगे in this there's a जैसे हमारा cone था, in this there is a radiating membrane out here, and I'll just quickly outline it. There's a radiating membrane out here, और इसके आगे एक chamber है जहाँ ये पूरा compress होता है. This compressing the air in this chamber, and it's coming out of the exit. This is the exit where it's coming out, and it's your आपका compression driver is connected to a horn. So this is what it's a large surface. आपका जो radiating membrane जो है, जो diaphragm है आपका काफी बड़ा है. You can see that most of you guys who have used compression drivers, we use a 4-inch diaphragm, a 3-inch or 2-inch or 1.75-inch, and it's compressing the the diaphragm, and jo exit is of the compression driver usually about standard is 1 inch to 1.4 to 2 inch. सबसे बड़ा हमने देखा है is about 2 inches, and then if a driver is with a 2-inch exit is usually having a much larger diaphragm area. So uska diaphragm area या तो 3 inch है या तो 4 inch है. So this 4 inch area is kind of compressing the air into this exit जो कि 1 inch से 2 inch के बीच में जो gap है, the exit. That is what the radiating membrane is doing, and the principles of this, the movement of this radiating membrane is pretty much the same as the loudspeaker that we did. That there's a voice coil attached to it, and the voice coil is moving in the magnetic gap. एक magnetic gap create किया गया है, उसमें हमारा voice coil move हो रहा है, and it's pretty much similar to what we did in the loudspeaker. And again, the air motion in the loudspeaker in the throat is much more than the diaphragm velocity. So always, I'm sure Rajesh, you also would have experienced that you have a nice leading phase trace on the HF side, and you have a good leading on the HF frequency spectrum compared to the low end spectrum is something that is something that we all notice. इसका efficiency बहुत ज़्यादा है. You can see that the nominal sensitivity of compression drivers is always above 100 dB, 1 watt at 1 meter. जो हमारा स्पीकर है always 95-96 dB का रहता है, और ये हमेशा it's giving you 105-110 dB SPL. So extremely good efficiency is coupled to horns, and so this is a cross section of how our HF loudspeaker actually exists. I'm just going to clear this drawing. आपका HF का, and again, it's supposed to be very light in mass, so it's supposed to be quite small, and that's the reason you have, the voice coil is made of aluminum, supposed to be very light. The diaphragm is made of titanium or beryllium or different materials. And the problem that we experience is, अगर हमने इसको without face plug को, ये आप देख सकते हैं जो ये area है बीच में, this is a central face plug that we are using out here. The reason is if we don't use the face plug, जो हमारा diaphragm है, it's giving a different distance of travel for different parts of the diaphragm. So if I just draw some lines without the face plug, I mean, I'm not going to get into complication about what is the position and the इसका face plug का position क्या है, ये जहाँ holes mark किए उसका position क्या है, या उसके बीच में gap कितना है, या उसका जो rate से वो expand होता है उसका rate कितना है. We are not going to get into that, but I'm just going to quickly just draw some lines and show you that it's जो at high frequencies हमारा wavelength जो है बहुत छोटा होते जाता है. So we want to make sure that different parts of the diaphragm emitting and reaching at a certain point get equalized as much as possible. अगर हमारे पास face plug नहीं होगा, जो मैंने 3 green line draw किए है, तीनों line का length जो है same नहीं है. So you're going to have some areas coming faster than the others, and as you're going to start leading to kind of in your response. So आपके response में हमारा distortion चालू होना, as you go higher in frequency, the distortion becomes a lot more. जैसे आप frequency बढ़ाते जाएंगे, जो अलग-अलग frequencies का wavelength है वो कम होते जाएगा. We've known from the last session, as we increase frequency, wavelength keeps dropping. So at any given point, we want to make sure that the length of the energy that's coming out of different parts of this diaphragm at any given point is pretty much equal from different parts of the diaphragm. So they all sound from एक ही point से निकले गए ऐसे सुनाई देता है. ऐसा नहीं कि एक थोड़ा part पहले आ रहा है और दूसरे point से बाद में आ रहा है. Then it involves a lot of phase cancellation when they're interacting with each other. So that's the reason that we're actually designing a face plug to ensure that there's equal path length to different parts of this thing. And ये अगर आप HF के diaphragm को पीछे से देखेंगे, अगर cover निकालेंगे, this is what you'll see, the different gaps that you'll see out here. And let me just mark them in circles if I can. So it's okay. तो ये जो आप रिंग्स देख रहे हैं, ये गैप्स आपको दिखेंगे जब आप HF के ड्राइवर खोलेंगे. थोड़े स्लॉट्स है, any HF compression driver that you'll open is having slots, and it kind of allows, it's actually part of the face plug which is allowing different parts of the diaphragm, जो हमारा diaphragm है वो curved है, and it's kind of allowing it to all come in equally to the central point of the throat, so that आपका कोई भी diaphragm का हिस्सा दूसरे से जल्दी नहीं आ रहा है. So this is exactly what someone had asked a question about what's a face plug doing. This is what a face plug is actually doing. Even a mid-range driver or any other application, a face plug is basically just correcting the path length to equalize and make it a more coherent source and ensure a good uniform phase characteristic. And then जो अगर हम मटेरियल के बारे में बात करेंगे, so sometimes you have the जो आपका diaphragm का material और surround का material same है. Most of our high frequency drivers like the P-Order BMD 460 or 760, उसका surround भी titanium है and the diaphragm is also titanium. That's a conventional industry standard. Many more complicated devices and applications like Celestion manufactures some drivers for a lot of brands, and I know I've used opened multiple cabinets. अगर QSC खोलेंगे या EAW के कभी liner आप खोलेंगे, you'll find that they all are using Celestion drivers, and the diaphragm is, the surround is of a different material, the diaphragm is of a different material because they all have different properties, and they try and make sure they solve one problem by making a more composite design. तो जैसे डिजाइन और कॉम्प्लेक्स होते जाता है, they use a different मटेरियल, आपके डायफ्राम के लिए अलग मटेरियल, सराउंड के लिए डिफरेंट मटेरियल, फॉर्म जो वॉइस कॉइल का फॉर्मर है उसके लिए अलग मटेरियल. सो डिफरेंट पार्ट्स आर यूजिंग डिफरेंट मटेरियल्स. एंड देन कुछ डिजाइन में आपका जो डोम है और कॉइल का फॉर्मर है लगभग सेम. कभी कभी आपका मेटल डोम के साथ इसमें ज़्यादा कूलिंग है. मेटल इज अ मच बेटर कंडक्टर ऑफ हीट, so it improves cooling and dome stiffness. So that's the reason sometimes we use different grades of titanium. If you're using PEI, which is polyimide, it may not conduct heat as efficiently, but it may give you a more pleasing response. आपका जो कानों को response है ज़्यादा. titanium personally मेरे को थोड़ा harsh लगता है. I like polyimide. It gives you a much more pleasing response and different things. So again, like ये आप देख रहे हैं इसका डिजाइनिंग में they use FEA modeling, which is finite element analysis, and to design इसका जो भी face plug का design और उसका response क्या होगा. So the face plug, if I just mark in a way, is going to sit in this area, and जो नीचे का हिस्सा है वो आपका exit throat है. So ये एरिया में आपका face plug बैठेगा, उसके ऊपर आपका कर्व डायफ्राम बैठेगा. एंड सो वी ऑल्सो नो दैट ऑल एज फ्रीक्वेंसी गोज अप, जो हमने देखा था कि एक कॉइल इंडक्टर की तरह है, उसका इंडक्टेंस बढ़ते जाता है. सो यू सी अ कॉपर शॉर्टिंग रिंग. कॉपर शॉर्टिंग रिंग इज समथिंग लाइक सेइंग दैट मेरे पास आगे जो एक ट्रांसफॉर्मर है उसको आप जैसे ही आप लोग शॉर्ट सर्किट करता है तो उसका करंट बहुत तेजी से बढ़ जाता है. उसका how do I say, the reactance of it drops drastically. So ये जो copper ring हम डालते हैं, you'll see a lot of high frequency drivers with most high frequency drivers have a copper ring in the gap. That copper ring is to just act as a एक short circuit की तरह to kind of remove this rise in inductance that you see. So always let me kind of see if I can draw a circle out here. So somewhere around this gap, it's not exactly matching the gap, but जो हमारा आपका स्पीकर का गैप होएगा, अराउंड दैट यू विल सी अ कॉपर शॉर्टिंग रिंग व्हिच शॉर्ट्स आउट एंड रिमूव्स ऑल दिस राइज ऑफ इंडक्टेंस. जो फ्रीक्वेंसी जैसे ही बढ़ती जाती है, द इंडक्टेंस कीप्स राइजिंग, एंड टू प्रिवेंट दैट उसका गेन कम होते जाएगा. टू प्रिवेंट दैट वी जस्ट यूज अ कॉपर शॉर्टिंग रिंग. दैट्स समथिंग दैट इज वेरी कॉमन. आप कोई भी एचएफ ड्राइवर खोलेंगे तो ये बहुत इजीली आपको नजर आएगा. सो ये फेस प्लग क्यों है, हमने डिसाइड आपको बताया कि ये कैविटी के अगर हमने फेस प्लग नहीं यूज़ किया तो जैसे ही फ्रीक्वेंसी बढ़ाते जाएंगे उसका वेवलेंथ कम होते जाएगा और अलग अलग हिस्सों से जो आवाज़ आएगा. लेट्स से इफ आई एम गेटिंग अ पॉइंट आउट हियर एंड आई ड्रॉ सम लाइंस, समथिंग व्हिच इज आउट हियर विल बी अ लॉट फर्दर फ्रॉम दिस पॉइंट एंड प्रोबेबली अ लॉट फर्दर फ्रॉम दिस पॉइंट. तो ये सब लेंस को अगर इक्वलाइज करने के लिए हम face plug use करते हैं. This is why the reason why we are kind of using the face plug to make it or to equalize the distance from different points of the diaphragm. And so it was again 1953 में आपका ये बॉब स्मिथ ने ये पूरा एनालाइज किया था. और उसके ये पूरे थ्रोट कैविटी, ये जो आप देख रहे हैं ये ब्लैक वाला हिस्सा है इसका जो कट ऑफ व्यू है, that's actually a face plug. So if I quickly just mark this is a face plug and a diaphragm is sitting on top and it's just cut off from one point. So it's showing you what it fills the throat cavity. And then आप देख सकते हैं इसका जो channels है exponentially grow होता है, तो जो छोटे diameter से एकदम बड़ा diameter हो जाता है नीचे की तरफ. So this is what is happening in a face plug. And उसका जो ratios है पूरा define किया गया है, and these ratios are pretty much common throughout. Celestion as a company, they have two big engineers. So when you आप ये face plug use करते हैं, आपका HF extension हो जाता है, but इसमें वापस एक distortion, एक reflection और harmonic distortion, second order harmonic distortion पैदा होता है, जो कि आप ये हिस्से में आप देख सकते हैं कि इस kind of you're getting an extension, आपका frequency range extend होता है, but इसमें थोड़ा distortion, extend, erratic response और modalities introduce होते हैं. And different companies have different ways to kind of correct it, but real drivers have a spherical geometry. अगर आप बॉब स्मिथ के स्टडी पेपर को देखेंगे, वो उसने एक प्लेन पॉइंट गिना है उसको, एंड उसका हमारा ज्योमेट्रिक स्टिफनेस, जो हमारा जो सरफेस है उसका जो स्टिफनेस है बहुत ही ज़रूरी है, बहुत स्टिफ होना चाहिए. एंड Celestion's engineers Mark Dodd and Jack Coley Brown, is that correct? Jack Oakley Brown, yeah. तो उन्होंने अपना एक अलग से डिजाइन बनाया फेस प्लग में, where you can see it's a more complicated design, and ये उनका पेटेंट है, it's something that so this is, if I mark let me just mark the diaphragm area, curvature in green. तो ये हमारा diaphragm का curvature होगा, और हमारा जो अलग अलग path lengths है, they've used a much more complicated face plug design where it uses a much more complicated construction to correct the path length and make it more जो हमने HF का extension देखा, it reduces the modalities a lot more. So this is what Celestion does, and it's one of the reasons that they are world known in almost all big manufacturers, whether it's big line array manufacturers or anyone, for the HF drivers, everywhere. And most cabinet manufacturers, the minute I use them, the HF is more or less always Celestion. So, and then we need horn. Just before we end the session on loudspeakers and horns, and just move on to amplifiers, हमें एक horn चाहिए. Horn हमारे HF को एक air load देता है, मतलब हमारे ये पूरे energy को आगे देने के लिए, if you just directly use it without the horn, there is no air load. अगर हमारे पास load नहीं है तो ये energy ठीक तरीके से transfer नहीं होएगा. So you can assume that the air inside the horn is acting as a load. वो एक load की तरह है. अगर हमारे पास load है तो ही हम ये energy को ठीक तरीके से transfer कर सकते हैं. और horn के अलग अलग profile है. We are not going to get into horn design. It's another complicated subject. एक conical horn है, एक cone की तरह आपने horn देखा है, exponential horn देखा है, जैसे कि आपने हमारा horn का जो angle है एकदम exponentially rise होते जाता है, hyperbolic. एक constant directivity horn बहुत popular है. You can see it's got a fixed angle, and सभी के अलग अलग pros और cons है. Everyone has its own pros and cons. Line arrays of course use a different approach. They try to emulate a ribbon driver. They try to make it transfer this whole. It's complicated in terms of it's thin, and there are again certain criteria for line array horns that need to be fulfilled in terms of the minimum length versus the height, so that iska ye pura the spherical wave that comes out is more emulated as a rectangular wave, and it becomes more like a cylindrical wavefront. And then development of the horn should be done again. आप जो भी manufacturer use कर रहे हैं, उसका कोई compression driver use कर रहे हैं, उनसे ही पूछिए कौन सा horn वो recommend करते हैं, because there are a lot of factors. For example, I know in cinema the compression drivers cut very low, और you know, for directivity, अगर आपका horn को directivity देना है तो you have to ensure that the minimum wavelength, जो अगर crossover frequency का wavelength जो है, it should not go below the circumference. जो आपका horn का circumference है उससे कम नहीं होना चाहिए, so that it produces the you know, the frequency with accurate you know, you can't use for cinema. आपने देखा होगा cinema के लिए हम इसके लिए बहुत बड़े बड़े horn use करते हैं, so that it has a wide mouth and a big circumference, and the horn the compression driver can be cut very low and very on a very steep slope, so that you can maintain directivity on a full vocal range. You don't have energy going all over the place, and it has आपके target audience, आपके cinema के seated audience की तरफ सारे all the energy is kind of directed over there. So make sure that you understand which horn is being used. आप कौन सा horn compression driver के साथ use कर रहे हैं, इसका समझ रखना बहुत ज़रूरी है. And it's something that I strongly recommend, that you know, don't take these things lightly, because using the wrong horn may just not give you the expected the output. And so again, just summarizing, you need to know that level and distortion. आपका ratio of size to आपका diaphragm का size से throat size you know, compression level decide होता है. जैसे कि आपका 4 इंच का diaphragm है और 2 इंच का throat है, that is kind of defining the compression level. And higher compression will generally mean higher distortion. So it's not necessary. So that's why you don't usually, आपने आज तक कभी देखा नहीं होगा कि 4 इंच के diaphragm के साथ हमने 1 इंच का exit use किया है, because it's using a lot of compression and increasing the distortion drastically. So you always see, अगर आपका 3 इंच या 4 इंच का diaphragm है, you always seeing an exit of maybe 1.5 inch or 2 inch, because you don't want that compression to be too much that it introduces distortion. But although if you have a bigger throat size, अगर आपका throat size बड़ा है, then the frequencies, only for the frequencies for which the wavelength is bigger than the diameter of the throat, अगर आपका throat का diameter जो आपके horn के या आपके HF compression driver का जो exit diameter है, सिर्फ वो frequency के लिए जो जिसका wavelength उससे बड़ा है. For example, if we're talking a 1 or a 2 inch exit compression driver, it's going to retain, उसका directivity retain होने वाला है सिर्फ वो frequencies के लिए जिसका wavelength 2 inch से ज़्यादा है. अगर जैसे ही 2 inch कम हो गया, if you're having you know, let me just quickly draw it. If this is your exit of the compression driver, and if आपका wavelength छोटा होने लग गया, so then it's gonna you know, kind of come out as small wavelengths out here, and it's going to start losing its directivity control. उसका directivity control lose होने वाला है. So if you want good directivity from the HF and horn, you have to make sure that you know, the wavelength is bigger than the exit throat. तो इसका ये मतलब हो गया कि अगर मैं छोटा exit use करूँ तो then I can retain my directivity. So a 1 inch compression driver का directivity, जो आपका horn का directivity आप देखते हैं 60/40 या 90/60 या 90/40, जैसे ही कम होते जाएगा, you can retain the directivity to a much higher frequency range, but it also has a problem that the power is limited. हमारा power जो है limited है, because you're using a smaller diaphragm. If you use a larger diaphragm, you're increasing the compression ratio and increasing distortion. So it's a trade-off. So you have to know your applications, and then that's why you know, something like, let's just see, for example, a line array would mean diaphragm. So आपका जो diaphragm का size है, उसके ऊपर आपका voice coil का size determine होगा, और hence बड़ा voice coil मतलब बड़ा power handling. And then, like I said, bandwidth and level. So larger diaphragm will have more mass, तो मतलब वो ज़्यादा भारी होगा. It's going to produce a lot lesser, produce the high frequency a lot less efficiently as compared to a diaphragm, a smaller diaphragm. So that's why हमारे पास एक super tweeter होता है या ring radiator जिसका diaphragm एकदम कम होता है, but they cannot go down much lower in frequency. They don't go below 5. They need to be cut off above 5 kilohertz, but they produce extremely high frequencies of 18 kilohertz and 20 kilohertz. और जैसे कि आप देख सकते हैं कि hi-fi में, hi-fi application में many times they use a super tweeter or a ring radiator along with another small mid-range, along with a larger low mid driver, along with a subwoofer. मतलब 4-way, 5-way systems are very common in very extreme hi-fi applications where they use small, extremely small ring radiators for extremely high frequencies. तो आपका लार्ज डायफ्राम जैसे ही बड़ा उसका बड़ा होने की वजह से it tends to also break up earlier for given material, so it kind of reduces the bandwidth. उसका usable frequency range is high frequency upper limit is lower than what it is for a smaller diaphragm. So line array के लिए अगर यूज करेंगे, line array हमारा coverage, line array का application is a very large coverage application, so we are always aiming at very high SPL. इसका sensitivity और power बहुत ज़्यादा चाहिए हमें, and same way we need a large diaphragm and a mid-sized throat because you don't want a small throat. So for example, Adamson, because we distribute Adamson uses a 4-inch diaphragm. Adamson के line array में 4 इंच का डायफ्राम है, सबसे छोटे एप्लीकेशन में भी उन्होंने 3 इंच के नीचे कभी यूज नहीं किया है, एंड इट नीड्स मोर हाई फ्रीक्वेंसी अबव 10 किलोहर्ट्ज. सो जैसे कि मैंने बताया कि 10 किलोहर्ट्ज का वेवलेंथ इज रफली 0.03 meters, so that is 3 centimeters. तो 10 किलोहर्ट्ज का वेवलेंथ 3 सेंटीमीटर है, और 3 सेंटीमीटर मतलब ऑलमोस्ट 1 point something inches. 2.5 is 1 inch. So it's as you go higher above 10 kilohertz, it starts losing coupling. As I explained, the frequency is getting much smaller compared to the exit throat, and you start losing coupling, and it starts losing its directivity angle. So it's a horn design that you kind of can try and use to correct it, and there are a lot of line array horns that use to kind of make that exit diameter quite small and control that frequency. And then इसकी वजह से इसका compromise जो diaphragm है, you may be using 2.4 to 3 inches and with a 1.4 to 1.5 inch exit throat. उसके comparison में फिर अगर आप portable PA check करें, something like what QSC uses. QSC uses a small driver known as a CDX1447, I believe. I'm not Neil, you would know better. Or something with some modification on the diaphragm, and उसका एकदम छोटा diaphragm है, 44 mm का diaphragm है, 1 inch का exit है, so it's a 1.75 inch diaphragm. It's meant for आप कोई भी आप QSC का K12 cabinet कभी use करेंगे, you're not using it in a large arena or something, you're using it in a small ballroom or something. So you don't need to cover large audience. It has a good price factor. It's much smaller. It can control it a lot better. So the application is important. What you're using, आपका HF driver आप कौन से application में use कर रहे हैं is very important to know the right HF driver for your application. And we'll just do power amplifiers for the last 45 minutes and try and briefly run through any questions that we should be taking so far on the loudspeaker part. Nitesh, any questions that you feel we should address right now?
Nothing specific. Someone asked about when designing the speaker like a subwoofer, can you design it in such a way that you have a cardioid response?
You can you use the port. Whoever's attended the subwoofer part. So cardioid is basically you're using. You need a second element to cancel out the back radiation. So yes, you can do it with a complicated port design. So you introduce about 3 to 4 milliseconds of delay in terms of a complicated fourth order port design, and it introduces some delay by default, and you position the port in a way that when the front radiation is coming on the back, when the port is coming on the front, it is probably one cycle in phase in the front side, but on the back side you're having some cancellation to some extent. You won't have as much great cancellation as compared to using two speakers. इसके लिए आपने देखा होगा बहुत से cabinet matter. I know that Nitesh, you would know better, but the V sub, the DNB V sub is using a 12-inch speaker along with the 18-inch in the V sub, right? I don't know. I'm not.
Yeah, 12 and 18.
So the reason why even big manufacturers, bots about manufacturers, they use a second component is because it provides much better cancellation. But again, you can always use the port energy to kind of create some